Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be starting the brakes on the black tr7. Chris Robinson from tr7 V8 kindly donated to me a pair of front calipers which he was going to use on his white tr7, but he decided to upgrade them brakes, so he gave the calipers to me, and he'd already removed the pistons, cleaned it all up, put new seals in, new pads and everything, so they're ready to go. And yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. I'll obviously clean up the discs and stuff like that before I put the calipers on. So enough yapping, let's get on with the video. So we're just going to turn the wheel to give access to the two bolts which are on the other side of the caliper. I think what we need is a little bit of light on the subject, so just bear with me for 1 second. So that's more like it now. Now we need to undo the two bolts on the back of the caliper. I'm not too sure what the size is. So it is a 19. So these bolts are actually 3/4. I tried a 19mm socket on it and it was just a little bit baggy, so a 3/4 inch socket has done the trick. Oh, it's tight, that one. Oh, that's got it. As you can see, the bottom bolt is a lot longer than the top one, so we'll be kind to it and give it the old rubber mallet treatment. And she is coming slowly but surely. So we're taking off this fitting to save damaging it. I mean, the system's going to need bleeding after this anyway, so there you go. That's going straight into the container, and that should just pull away now with a bit of luck. Let's see whether we can get this off. Oh man, you bugger. There you go. Yeah, the disc is in pretty good condition. There's no lip on it, so I'll clean these up. I'll just get a bit of Scotch-Brite on them, and yeah, and that should be fine. I'll just put the other caliper back on and we should be all right. So let's see if we can get this caliper over with no messing around. I think that's got it. So let's have a look at this. Put this back on here. That's got it. When you're putting these in, you have to make sure that They're really straight. It's very easy to cross thread them. Very easy. So won't do them up too tight for now. Just want to just stop the fluid from seeping out of them for now. So I need to get the bottom bolts in now. The long bolts. Probably lace some light in there. So I'll check the torque settings on these two bolts later, and I'll re-torque them up. But that went pretty smoothly. All the connections are back on again. Now it's just the same for the other side. I won't show you me doing the other side. It's just basically the same procedure, and we'll jump straight to the back. Normally the drums are held on with just one screw, but this apparently has got two. I have been soaking it with WD-40, so hopefully it won't give me too much trouble. I'll try with a screwdriver, although I don't think it's going to work somehow. He said, Jesus Christ, that was just hanging out. How lucky was that? Just cross your fingers, hope the other one's the same. Whoa! I can't believe that. These screws are normally a bugger to get out, but these have obviously been removed at some point. Although they are quite chewed up, I may renew them. I need to take the handbrake off. Now this, hopefully, look. Hallelujah. I'll tell you what, they're not in bad condition them, considering how old the car is. They have obviously been replaced. There's still plenty of meat left on the shoes as well. So I wasn't expecting to see this when I took this drum off. I really thought it'd be a right mess, but to be fair, it's really clean, and even the shoes are in good condition. So I've just cleaned it all up with a wire brush. I've oiled some of the joints and I've scuffed the pads back up again, and even the drum itself is in really good condition. There's no lip on it, so I'm going to put it back together again as it is and bleed the brakes. Hopefully the other side will be the same as this one, and it'll be straightforward. Put the screw back in before I lose it. That's it. So yeah, I'll have a look at the other side. Hopefully it is, it's as good as this side. So I'll put the other screw in as well. That's it. So I'll take the other side off now, have a look at that. Hopefully, if it's the same as this, I'll just clean it up, put it back again, and then I'll try bleeding the brakes. and hopefully we'll get some good brakes on it. Because at the end of the day, I need to free that clutch, and the only way to do it is by having working brakes. I need to drive it up and down the road and slam on the brakes while it's in gear. Hopefully it'll break free. So the other side was as good as the one that I just did. I just took it off, cleaned it up and put it back on again basically. So I'm going to bleed the brakes now again, and hopefully we should be able to drive the thing and hopefully free that clutch. Yeah, it's just starting the process of trying to bleed the brakes. Now the only brake that I've really disturbed so far is the driver's side front. I replaced that caliper. All the rest have just been left. So really there should be fluid in the system except for the driver's side front. So I'm going to try bleeding that one first to see whether I can get a brake. And I'm going to try the gravity method. I'll just show you what I mean. So I thought I'd try this method of bleeding the brakes with gravity. I watched it on a YouTube vid. The idea behind it is to make sure your reservoir up top is completely full of fluid. Connect the pipe up to the bleed nipple. I've got to go down into a container, and then simply crack the bleed nipple open, and from inside the car you want to put your foot on the brake and then take it off very, very, very slowly. Repeat that about 5 or 6 times. The fluid eventually will start to just trickle out of this tube here. You can see it just very, 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 very gradually being pushed through the system with gravity, that is. And then I left it for about, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. It was just slowly doing its thing. What it was doing basically was just pushing the air out. And then I tightened up this bleed nipple, pumped the brakes a few times, and I've got a cracking brake. So on this occasion this has actually worked, so I'm really pleased about that. Yeah, so I've actually got a really decent brake now. That's worked out really well. Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up for the old gravity feed method. Although I don't know what it would be like if you had to do the whole system. I mean, I've only done one wheel. That's all it needed doing. But it has done the trick. I've got a really firm pedal. I'll just show you inside the car. So as you can see now, beforehand I had no brake whatsoever. The pedal used to just go straight down to the floor. Well, now that I've bled that one brake and freed all the back brakes up, I put my foot on the pedal now, and I've got about 2 inches of travel at the most, and it's just solid. It's a really, really good brake, so I'm really happy with that. Oh well folks, that's it for another week. Thanks very much for tuning in and watching the shenanigans. At last I've got a decent brake on the car, so now I can do what I set out to do in the first place, which was to free that clutch. The only way I was going to do it was by getting a decent brake on the car. So in probably more than likely the next episode, I shall be probably driving the car up and down the street while it's in gear, and then put my foot on the clutch and the brake at the same time, and hopefully it'll free itself from the flywheel. Well, it's hoping anyway. But anyway, thanks very much everyone for tuning in. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Hi out there. Give us a big thumbs up please if you liked what you've seen, and if you so wish, please subscribe. Doesn't cost anything and it only takes a second, and it really, really does help the channel. So join me on the next one. Bye for now.